Hey everybody. You are chilling with Always Me Kelly. Pieces of Me Over Time, Perspectives with Always Me Kelly. Today is April 29th, 2021. It's a Thursday afternoon, and I am doing my weekly perspectives. I'm not cruising just yet, but wanted to share some stuff. These things, this mind maze that pours out. Maybe it was all the stuff I did when I was a kid. Maybe sometimes I'm still having hallucinations. Who knows? I just wanted to get it out there. And these are just my daily thoughts and journals and thinking out loud. And I will possibly not make next week. Who knows? I might. I have my mobile with me, but I am in travel next week. But so today I was thinking about a lot of different things, and some of the things that I do when I go out there is I do my meditation and my motivation to try to get me motivated in a positive manner every day when I get up. I lean in on what I know, what I've experienced, and the peace of God through Jesus Christ. What you do is up to you. I will never judge anybody for what they're doing unless you're just a pure, evil, nasty person. And then it's not up for me. I have a true belief that, I will protect my own, but I, on the flip side of things, know that in the end, I'm not the one that you have to be worried about. So some of my things today are my triggers of writing, talking, thinking is about how things doesn't always turn out. They always don't necessarily turn out the way you plan for, you work for, you act for, you be for, you are for. You put everything into it. You go to college and you become this grand thing. And I've known people with PhDs that have become laid off and unemployed. I've known talented people that have given away their entire life to be in the celebrity dome, and then they realize when they get there they're truly all alone. They can buy their way in here, they can buy their way in there, but in the end, people forget who they really are as a person. And I don't know. So some of these different things, these thoughts that run through this mind maze, and trust me, it's twisted and turned and you name it, it is. I just wanted to come out and share today. So today is April 29th, and one of the things that set me off, and I don't know who the author was it does not matter how many Sundays you sit in church or if you think you are saved. God sees what you do and how you treat people, and that is what really matters. So there's somebody always watching, without a doubt, and there's no doubt that there's not going to be somebody that's going to be out there trying to put you in your place and tell you what they think and set you straight. However, in the end, God knows, the one that created you, the one that gave you air in your lungs, the one that you may or may not give regard to. He knows. And I just pray that you are a spiritual believer and that you make amends with the one who has the world, the universe, the stars, the moon, every hair on your head, or not, in his hands. Jesus Christ is the only way to the Father. But that trigger had me sit out there and think about, and this is what I wrote today, to love ourselves and really understand selfishly what it means as we learn to grow forward in who we were meant to be, not just for accolades of others or temporal people, places, or things. It is to really grasp on what it means to treat others how you want them to treat you. Not that 15 minutes of fame, an hour of pleasure, a 3-minute rush when we inject whatever the available thing is in the world that gets us through, or we think it does anyway. Even when we know that there will be some things that we are starving for, yet no matter how we try, nothing here and now will ever take away that eternal hunger. We get in the spin, we just keep getting out there and doing, and we're trying and we're trying, and we're doing great things. We've got people that acknowledge us, we got the accolades, we got the money in the bank, we've got perhaps the hot dude or the beautiful chick, or we can go out and get laid. Yes, this is not going to be one for kids. We can go out and get laid anywhere when it comes to stuff like that. Physically, we can do anything we want to do, and we will pay for it. When we live hard, we die hard. When we sometimes don't live hard, when we do all the things that are right, we still die hard. There's no promise in the world that we're not going to suffer. However, what we do with ourselves and what kind of light we shine and what we make meaningful is what matters. So like that temporary pain of having braces just readjusted to be something more beautiful and permanent, all that we are, all that we do, all that we want, all that we think has meaning that was going to last forever, how we achieve it, who we achieve it with, yeah, it all matters. What we do day to day matters. Me going at this stage of the game and finally saying, you know, enough is enough. I want to get these teeth. I didn't have a bad, horrible smile, but I didn't like my smile. So I've been wearing braces, and yeah, I got chains on them yesterday, and man, do my teeth hurt. Is it going to be worth it for me? To an extent, because that superficial thing that even I look at in the mirror will like it better. So we do things like that. We do grow. We do have name brand this and name brand that. But it shouldn't define us. Nothing in this world should define us. You know, never forget where you've been, but live for the future. Let it go, let it hurt, let it heal. Jesus is already taking every stripe, every pain, every sin, and he only asks for you to believe in the goodness of God, to live for today. Now, I don't know how I know that. I can only tell you that there's a grand peace that since the day I finally, not that I didn't believe in God, and I know I'm going to start off on this tangent of being fragmented today, but I've always believed in God. I've always prayed. I've always believed in the spiritual realm. I've always believed that you can connect with others and them not be right in front of you. I've always believed, but I never knew who God was until I started diving in and learning who Jesus Christ was. So yeah, I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe in what the Bible says for thousands of years, centuries upon centuries, that the only way to get to God is through his son, Jesus Christ. So what you believe is up to you, but if you haven't met Jesus, I suggest you do. Try it on. Try it like anything else that we try to get us through. Tap into Jesus, no matter where you are, surrounded, or he knows your heart. He knows, he's just waiting for you to invite him in. So never forget where you've been, but live for the future. Let it go, let it hurt, let it heal. Jesus has already taken every stripe, every pain, every sin, and he only asks for you to believe in the goodness of God, to live for today. Stop trying to hold on. Well, that was just not nice. Stop trying to hold on. Stop trying to hold on to what fits in the rearview mirror. Yesterday is gone, and if tomorrow is repeating itself, make the changes you need. If it's not working, change it. You own your choices. You own what happens to you. You own what happens inside your mind, inside your heart, inside your spirit. And that's where things have to change before anything on the outside can really make a difference if they needed to be changed. If tomorrow's repeating itself, make the changes you need to grow more bold, more beautiful than ever before. In love and gratitude in life that you are given are choices. Direct your steps and know you are never and have never been alone. The very same being of all that gives us life, all that allows us life, air in our lungs, is waiting for you to acknowledge him with thanksgiving and abundant gratitude for the grand things and the minuscule. For the little bitty things, for just getting out of bed, for a meal today, for not being let go, for just getting up and moving in pain. Give thanks, because there's so many people out there that do not have that opportunity and will not. Most importantly, there is nothing that you've done, nothing that he does not know about. I told you, life has a way. I'm not a theologian. I'm not a biblical scholar, but I can tell you over the past several years since 1995, there have been some dramatic changes, and there has been full circle. Have you ever lived in deja vu? Have you ever all of a sudden walked up to a place and you've I've been there before? Now, I've had those moments. I've had those dreams, and then years later show up or have something come to life from it, and I just sit there scratching my head. We can't really define what the future is going to be, because the only one that is in full control really knows. We can do what we do. We can add to, we can take away, we can add pleasure, we can add pain, but we can't define the absolutes of tomorrow, because tomorrow's not promised. And control is an illusion. You may think someone has control of you, but when you finally start controlling your own self and thinking for yourself and being for yourself selflessly and loving yourself the way that you are intended to be, because every single soul, every living soul that breathes air on this earth was created in the image of God, created for the love of God. And every single one of us, good, bad, or indifferent, matter. Yeah, we take twists and turns, and some things go really, really bad. Some things are really, really evil, and some things are really, really awesome. And sometimes it flip-flops back and forth, and you're like, you see it on the news all the time, that perfect neighbor murdered his entire family. And I know it's extreme. It's very extreme. I told you this is not going to be one for kids to sit here and listen to. But the whole point is that we never know. We don't know what we don't know, and no matter how much we try to learn, how much we try to grasp, and how much we try to be, we don't know truly with confidence, will that be that way tomorrow, next week, or next year? Because we don't know if we'll be here. By the grace of God, we will. Never take anything that you've had in the past and disregard it. Hurts, habits, hang-ups, brokenness, lessons, messes that turned into messages, tests that turned into testimonies. Beautiful souls won, beautiful souls lost. But live for tomorrow. Grow from what you had yesterday and live for tomorrow. Never stop hoping. Even if it didn't work out, even if somebody made you really, really mad and you got really ticked off, even if somebody hurt you really, really bad, that doesn't mean the next person will. Yeah, be cautious. Keep your guard up and don't think with your heart. I know I have to tell myself that all the time. I'm learning that every day because I believe the best in everybody until I get burned. And I've been burned. I mean, even right up until recently. Believing in others when they can't believe enough in themselves to be real. Or maybe they were real, but they just didn't want to let me know because I wouldn't have stuck around, because I'm not about consuming what others have. I'm not about taking from others. It's a balance that we have to work for. So why do we not try to grow forward in love and gratitude in the life we are given? Owning our choices and directing our steps, and know that we are never or ever have been alone. Because we get down, man. We get depressed. We get broken. Nobody's there for us. I say it often. Man, I'm always there for everybody. Who's going to be there when I need them? And then I have to stop and think that I have been truly blessed. That even in the roughest moments of my life when I really needed somebody, I made it through to the other side. The very same being of all things that allow us life and the air in our lungs is waiting for us to acknowledge him with thanksgiving and abundant gratitude, no matter what we are given, because not everybody gets the chance. Most importantly, there's nothing that you've done that he doesn't know about. And I personally cling to the Father with all that I have been through, that he alone is the only thing that could be the reason for me beyond survival, because it's more than me just being here today. It's more than just making it through. It's more than just healing. And I don't expect anyone out there to understand or try to understand any of that unless they know who Jesus Christ is and they have that relationship. And then they know, they get it. And even when we get it, even when we walk close and we love Jesus and we know he loves us, doesn't mean we're not going to jack up. It doesn't mean that we're not going to make a mess. It doesn't mean we're not going to expose our vulnerabilities. It doesn't mean that we're not going to trust in people that shouldn't be trusted, that we're not going to get hurt, that we're not going to hurt others. Life is until it's not. But what I can tell you is that if you invite Jesus in, and what it means for the peace that will fill you, that I can't explain. The Spirit, let him come live in your spirit for moral value of who you are and who you were meant to be. So we all believe in something, right? Be it that drug we're swallowing to make it all better, that relationship that's going to be forever, that's not there anymore, that talent, that fame that will fill us up. And in the end, we're just trapped. We're prisoners of our own created fate. We're all blessed even in our worst situations. And what do we do with that? How do we do it? And when do we do it? How do we make balance? How do we balance things out? We all must learn to achieve that balance. We all must learn when to hold on and when to let go. I personally, for some time now, choose to lean in on Jesus and all he was, all he is, and all that's said that he forever will be. If I'm wrong, it's me. I believe in something positive. I believe in something good. I believe in something more than I'll ever be able to create by man. Yeah, we can plant a bunch of flowers out in a meadow, but you go up on a hillside that's been naturally created, and it didn't come from the Big Bang Theory. Come on. So I'm rambling now, I know, and these are just perspectives of mine today, Thursday, April 29th. But it brings peace even when it hurts, and nothing I can do and nothing I will do will ever change that. That because I believe in Jesus Christ and because I know he's the one that allows me back up, because I know that I am nothing without him, that it matters and it makes a difference. And it matters for me to give hope if there's hope, or give you something to laugh about if you need a laugh, or give you a challenge to try it and meet Jesus where you are. Those needs that are filled just by that one deep breath and thinking in our moments, those moments that seem to fade or get replaced, those moments of Jesus that never lets us go or takes, those moments that Jesus takes away the demands of anything but our real you and the real me 24/7. Because no matter who we pretend to be out in public, no matter who we pretend to be on a camera, no matter who we pretend to be around others, we still have to face the real you and the real me, right? We still have to face ourselves. We still face the demons that we're battling inside. Time's fleeting, and no matter what our plight is, whatever we do, we need to make it count for eternity, not just for that here and now forever. It's not just building an empire that might outlast the shack down the street, but an absolute that's going to come to a demise. And how did I write that this morning? It says, time is fleeting, and no matter our plight, whatever we do, make it count for eternity. Not just building an empire that might outlast a shack down the street, but will absolutely come to demise. Build your moments for the eternal ever after. Know your place, know your role, know who you belong to. It does not matter who is in your hood, who your posse is, who has got your back, who you think they have your back, who has been keeping your secrets, because it all has a cost. And the cost may be something that you will never be able to pay up. And eventually, it all comes out. What's in the dark always comes out in the light, right? Especially if we're really being evil and hateful. That's a whole different topic. Putting a Band-Aid on things that you want to go away only covers and festers. Under the covering, it all becomes that nastiness that's going to eventually erupt. Maybe it'll start rotting you from the inside out. It only covers what festers under the covering until you set it free, until you release it and set it free, and then you heal. You heal from the inside out. We all step right when we should go left. We all say what we should not. We all do what we should have waited or not done at all. We all need to leave it at the foot of the cross and call upon the one who can really lead us through. Protect the blessings of life that you were given, and protect what is left of any worldly future of those that are supposedly the ones you care for, or those that need someone to care for them. Be that one. Be that big brother, that big sister. Even if you're being a jerk and doing stupid stuff to yourself out there with the friends that you run with, lead by example for those who look up to you. Make a difference for the ones that are young and up and coming. Protect them from the evil dwellers. And I say that with all my heart, because there are people out there in a heartbeat. There are men out there, there are women out there that will take and use your children up as soon as you are not looking. And yeah, without a doubt, you will never know until they are grown or until the damage is already done. Because those people that are groomers, those people that prey on the innocent, they're good at what they do. And they have a way of making those innocent not speak up to protect themselves. So where I'm going with this is just like totally crazy. The world is all upside down, and we're all in places, and we're all in a spot right here, right now, to make a choice. The choices are ours. Don't say that you're doing something because they're making you. Even if somebody has a gun to your head, you have a choice to agree or die for what you stand up for what you believe in. And yeah, all right, so what? So what if you choose to go with what is happening to you that is not so nice because you don't want to die, you don't want to lose, you don't know anything else? That's your choice, nobody else's. I know and it says it here in Job 19:25. And if you get out there in the Bible, you can go out to BibleGateway.com. I'm not trying to market anybody for anything. I'm just out here rambling because I do my weekly. But I know, even in Job, I know that my Redeemer lives, and in the end, he will stand on earth. In the end, he stands within me because I've allowed him to stand within me. I've invited him in. And I don't understand it. I don't always get it right, but I can tell you that the peace and the harmony that I feel 9 times out of 10 days is because of him. The strength of getting back up every day when I either mess up and shouldn't, or I allow the world to break me down and I couldn't. It's him that gets me back up. So one of the things, I do my motivations. I do BibleGateway.com for the daily verse. Then I go out and I do my Jesus Calling, for real life stories. And today's was just that. Job 19:25 was the Bible Gateway. And Jesus Calling, the snippets that I pulled out of it is, if you slow down your pace of life, you can find me anywhere. Begin acknowledging that everything, all your possessions, and that should be, and all your belongings belong to me, meaning everything belongs to God. Everything we have here and now is on loan. That's the first thing. There's no guarantee that no matter how hard you work or how hard you don't work, good loses out all the time and bad gains all the time. It is what it is until it's not. But with that, Hebrews 12:28-29, therefore, since we are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us be thankful and worship God acceptably with reverence and awe, for our God is a consuming fire. Psalms 19:1, New King James Version, the heavens declare the glory of God, and firmament shows his handiwork. I don't know what that word is, and I can't pronounce it, but it is what it is. I'm a college graduate. There's some words I just don't get. 19:1, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the shows his handiwork. And 119:105, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. And that one I happen to like. I also do Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed by the ways of this world. So hey, I have an excuse why I get crazy. It is what it is until it's not. I hope that you get crazy in a way that builds you up and that you are blessed in life. But most importantly, I hope that you meet God through his son, Jesus Christ, and that you find peace. And no matter what is or what is not, that you are meant for more than what this world will ever give or take, or anybody in it. will give or take. So happy Thursday. I'll listen to this, and you may hear this one or you may not. But if you do, thank you for listening. And if you don't, until next time.